guys, in this short video we are going to take a look at two problems where we have to convert a statement into scientific notation. So here's our first one. A beam of light can travel from one house to another in 600 nanoseconds. The prefix nano means 1/100000th. So let me just go ahead and write down. This is my preferred method of oops, not nano. This is my preferred method of working through these problems. If you find something that works better for you, feel free to let me know. I'm always happy to learn. So they said 600 nanoseconds. They also said that nano means 1/100000th. So we could change this into 600 1/100000th. That's not easy to say. Or spell, apparently. Sorry. It's late. I do not recommend doing math after a long day. Okay, so we have 600 1/100000ths of a second. And I'm actually going to stop writing out the seconds because I'm just looking for scientific notation, not the units. So 600 1/100000th, that's kind of gross. But if you're familiar with some of the common powers of 10, you would know that billion is 10 to the 9th. So billionth is 10 to the -9th. And if you're not familiar with that, don't worry. I'm going to leave some links in the description. I found a nice chart that has some of the common ones like billion, billionth, and million, blah, blah, blah. So you can definitely check that out and make some notes because you don't have to have these memorized. I've been doing this for 15 years. That's why I know it. If you don't worry. But here we are. We have 600 times 10 to the -9th, and that is almost scientific notation. The only problem is that our constant needs to be at least 1, but less than 10, and 600 does not meet that criteria. So there's a couple different ways that I can fix this, that I can get this fully into scientific notation. You could move the decimal point if you'd like to. A lot of people get confused about, though, when you move the decimal point, am I adding to the exponent? Am I subtracting? What am I doing? So I'm actually not going to do that for this one. I'm going to rewrite 600 in scientific notation itself. I know that 100 is 10 to the second. Again, that's something you can find in the notes that I'll leave in the description if you weren't sure already. So 100 is 10 to the second, and I have 6 of those, 600s. So 600 is 6 times 10 to the second, and I can carry down my billionth. And what I'm going to do here, because I am multiplying these fellas, you can add exponents. If you're dividing, then you subtract exponents, but we are multiplying, so you add exponents. So I'm just going to keep the 6 as it is. That's my constant. And my exponents are 2. I have to add the other exponent of -9. So this turns into 6 times 10 to the 2 plus -9 is -7. So this just avoids the which way to move the decimal thing. If you'd like some tips on how to remember that, just let me know and I can leave another link for that. But there we have it, 600 nanoseconds. Written in scientific notation is 6 times 10 to the -7th. Whew. Okay, next one. A large power plant generates 5.2 gigawatts of electrical power. That's a lot of power. Recall that giga means billion. Okay, cool. So they said, ooh, sorry. I'd like to say my handwriting is just bad because I'm using the computer, but if you work with me in person, you know this is just as good as it gets. Okay, so they said we have 5.2 gigawatts, and they also said that giga means billion. So we have 5.2 billion watts. Again, I'm going to leave off the units for now. If this were a written assignment or something, I would definitely keep them. But I know that I only need scientific notation, so I'm going to leave this off. So I have 5.2 billion. Now, billion is the same as 10 to the 9th. This is not billionth. We're not talking about a teeny tiny number. This is actually a really large number, so it is a positive exponent. So I have 5.2 times 10 to the 9th. And remember that in scientific notation, the constant has to be at least 1, but less than 10. And 5.2 actually falls right in that range, so I don't have to do anything. I am done. 5.2 gigawatts, written in scientific notation, is 5.2 times 10 to the ninth. That's it. So go ahead and check out the resources. I've got 2 links in the description. And if you have any questions or want to see this done in a different way, please just let me know.